our Chief wagon. I mean, this is the biggest, baddest wagon. These things are so cool.
Wayne Carini is well known for restoring classic cars and for his popular TV show Chasing Classic Cars. He has built a strong reputation as one of the most trusted car restoration professionals. But despite being a well-known expert and brilliant restorer, everything changed when legal issues and controversies came rushing at Wayne out of the blue. What happens when that trust is put at risk? Let's find out what really happened to Wayne and how Chasing Classic Cars got involved in so much mess. Wayne Carini was born on October 13, 1951, in Portland, Connecticut. From a young age, he was surrounded by cars because his father, Robert "Bob" Carini, owned a shop that fixed and restored classic American cars in Glastonbury, Connecticut. Growing up around these vehicles, Wayne developed a deep love for old cars. When he was just 9 years old, he had a life-changing experience riding in a 1960 Ferrari Rosso Chiaro 250 SWB. This sparked his lifelong passion for Ferraris and classic automobiles. Wayne's early experience working with his father was essential to his future career. From a young age, he helped restore famous and valuable cars like Duesenbergs, Lincolns, Packards, and Ford Model As. This hands-on work helped him develop his skills and learn the intricate process of carefully restoring and maintaining these vehicles. His father's passion and knowledge inspired Wayne to respect and protect the history of classic cars. This strong family influence made him dedicated to keeping the tradition of high-quality car restoration alive, which later became the foundation of his own work and success. After completing his education at Central Connecticut State University, Wayne initially considered becoming a teacher. However, his love for cars pulled him back into the family business. In 1973, he took charge of his father's shop and transformed it into a respected center for restoring classic cars. He learned how to restore Ferraris from his mentor, François Sicard, a former Ferrari racing mechanic and a top Ferrari expert on the East Coast. He also learned from his close friend Luigi Chinetti Jr., whose father, Luigi Chinetti Sr., won the 1949 24 Hours of Le Mans for Ferrari and started the first Ferrari dealership in the U.S. Over time, Wayne expanded his business to work on luxury and rare cars, gaining famous clients like David Letterman and tennis star Ivan Lendl. Wayne's reputation for precise, high-quality work and authenticity led him to start 3 businesses in Portland, Connecticut: F40 Motorsports, Continental Auto, and Carini Carrozzeria. F40 Motorsports is a specialty dealership that buys and sells vintage and classic cars. The company curates a collection of rare, historically significant, and collectible vehicles, offering collectors access to some of the most iconic cars in automotive history. Besides sales, the business also offers appraisals, consignment services, and expert advice for car enthusiasts. Continental Auto is a repair shop that works on high-end and exotic cars. Known for its expert technicians and state-of-the-art diagnostic equipment, it services brands like Ferrari, Lamborghini, Porsche, Bentley, and Rolls-Royce. The shop is renowned for its precision, quality, and personalized customer service, catering to clients who demand meticulous care for their prized vehicles. Carini Carrozzeria is Wayne's restoration shop and the place where he spends most of his time. It is recognized for its exceptional craftsmanship and dedication to preserving the heritage of classic and vintage vehicles. Wayne works closely with skilled artisans to bring rare and historically significant cars back to their original glory. The shop blends traditional techniques with modern precision to deliver concourse-level restorations. From sourcing authentic parts to handcrafting custom components, the team has earned a stellar reputation among collectors for its attention to detail, historical accuracy, and passion for automotive excellence. Although Wayne enjoys restoring cars, he personally prefers original, unrestored vehicles. These rare automobiles are often featured in the special preservation classic car shows across the country and form the heart of Wayne's personal collection. On the personal side, Wayne is not only a highly skilled professional but also a devoted husband and a loving father to his 2 daughters. Family plays a central role in his life, and he takes great pride in the close bond they share. Wayne and his family live in a rustic, handcrafted log home nestled in the peaceful Connecticut countryside. Remarkably, he built the house himself, dedicating years of care and craftsmanship to create a warm and welcoming space where countless family memories have been made. Beyond his family and business life, Wayne is deeply committed to supporting autism research and awareness. His involvement in this cause is heartfelt and personal. He devotes a significant portion of his time to organizing and running car shows and other automobile-related fundraising events. Using his passion for cars to unite people for a greater purpose, these events help raise crucial funds for programs and services that benefit children and adults living with autism. He's been working to raise awareness about how collector cars can be used as valuable assets when placed in a special needs trust. By doing this, he hopes to show families that their cherished vehicles can not only be enjoyed in the present but also provide long-term benefits and financial security for their loved ones in the future. Wayne aims to merge his passion for cars with purposeful planning that supports and empowers families facing unique challenges. Before launching his popular television series Chasing Classic Cars, Wayne had already begun making a name for himself on screen through appearances in two one-hour television specials that aired on Discovery's HD Theater channel. The first was Monterey Week, which spotlighted the excitement and prestige surrounding the world-famous Monterey Car Week, including events like the Pebble Beach Concours d'Elegance and high-end collector car auctions. The second special, The World's Most Expensive Cars, took viewers inside the exclusive world of ultra-rare and highly valuable automobiles, offering insight into what makes certain vehicles so desirable and capable of commanding such extraordinary prices. These early appearances helped introduce Wayne to a broader audience and laid the groundwork for what would become his long-running and widely acclaimed show focused on classic car discovery, restoration, and storytelling. For a long time, everything seemed to be going smoothly for Wayne. Life was stable, he was doing well professionally, providing for his family, and keeping a low profile. He focused on his work, stayed out of trouble, and avoided unnecessary risks or distractions. By all accounts, he was on a steady, positive path. But just when things appeared to be firmly under control, an unexpected turn of events disrupted that calm. Trouble didn't sneak up on him quietly, it came knocking loudly and directly, forcing him to confront challenges he hadn't seen coming. Wayne's legal troubles began with what appeared to be a straightforward transaction involving a rare 1934 Pierce Arrow coupe. However, the story actually started years before Wayne ever became involved. Back in 2000, an Australian antique car collector paid $98,000 for the rare vehicle. The seller, a man named Gary, was supposed to deliver the car as agreed. Instead, he fraudulently registered the vehicle in his own name, cutting out the rightful buyer, Richmond, entirely. For years, the car remained hidden from public view, and Richmond was left without the vehicle he had paid for. Fast forward to 2017, Gary, now facing financial hardship, decided to sell the car. Wayne, now a respected figure in the vintage car community and owner of multiple companies, was contacted to appraise the vehicle. Unaware of its tangled past, Wayne evaluated the car at between $110,000 and $120,000. When it went up for sale, he decided to buy it himself. Unfortunately, Wayne didn't know that Gary's ownership documents were forged. Gary had fraudulently obtained paperwork to make it appear he was the legal owner, and Wayne, acting in good faith, believed the sale was legitimate. The situation escalated in 2018 when Richmond, the original buyer, managed to trace the vehicle and discovered it had changed hands several times. Frustrated and determined to reclaim what he believed was rightfully his, Richmond filed a lawsuit. Wayne, his company Motorsports, and several other parties were named as defendants. The legal battle brought to light years of shady dealings surrounding the Pierce Arrow coupe. Court documents later revealed that Wayne had acted without malicious intent and genuinely believed the documents were authentic. Still, the court required him to assist in refunding part of the disputed payment to help resolve the case. This incident highlighted just how easily trust can be exploited in the world of classic car sales. Even experienced professionals like Wayne Carini can be pulled into legal and financial turmoil due to falsified paperwork and under-the-radar transactions. While Wayne was ultimately cleared of any wrongdoing, the case damaged his reputation and cast a shadow over his business, F40 Motorsports. Beyond Wayne's personal involvement, the controversy underscored vulnerabilities in the vintage car market. The lack of standardized verification procedures, unreliable documentation, and the complex history of ownership can all become significant liabilities. Collectors and dealers alike were reminded of how vital due diligence is in such high-value transactions. In the end, the Pierce Arrow case became a cautionary tale that revealed how easily the classic car world's reliance on trust and documentation can be manipulated, with lasting consequences for everyone involved. In a later interview with the Hartford Courant, Wayne emphasized the critical importance of documentation in the classic car industry. Any dealer in this business needs to trust the paperwork, he explained. You can't always know the full history of a car, but you rely on the documents as proof. These words reflect a hard truth. Even seasoned professionals can unknowingly find themselves entangled in legal troubles when documentation is incomplete or unclear. One such incident involved a Pierce Arrow vehicle which became the center of a high-profile ownership dispute. The media attention surrounding the case cast doubt on Wayne's credibility, despite the fact that the legal proceedings ultimately found no direct fault in his actions. Still, the public scrutiny was particularly damaging in a field where reputation is paramount. The case highlighted a deeper challenge within the car restoration market, balancing passion with due diligence. It served as a stark reminder that incomplete or falsified records don't just pose legal risks, they can. The incident raised serious questions about the company's customer service standards and communication practices. The issue centered around selling a 2007 Lamborghini Gallardo, which had been advertised with a rare and highly coveted luxury luggage package valued at an estimated $8,800. The luggage was a key selling point for the buyer, who was eager to finalize the purchase with the understanding that it would be included. However, when the vehicle was delivered, the buyer discovered that the exclusive luggage set and the car's spare key were missing. What followed was a drawn-out series of communications between the buyer and F40 Motorsports. According to posts on Lamborghini Talk, an online automotive forum where the buyer shared their experience, the company's responses were inconsistent and delayed. Promises to resolve the matter reportedly went unfulfilled for weeks, fueling the buyer's frustration. Ultimately, after growing tired of what they described as inadequate customer service, the buyer initiated legal action. The dispute was eventually settled out of court. The buyer received the missing luggage package and spare key via FedEx, but the lengthy and difficult resolution process left a negative impression. Despite Wayne reportedly stepping in personally to help settle the issue, the damage to the client relationship and to Motorsport's reputation was already done. Though this case didn't receive the same level of public attention as the Pierce Arrow lawsuit, it still cast a shadow over Wayne's business practices. It served as a cautionary tale about the importance of clear communication, accurate advertising, and responsive customer service, especially in the luxury and collector car market, where clients expect perfection and accountability. More broadly, the incident illustrates the reputational risks faced by high-end dealers. Trust and transparency are crucial in a market where 6- and 7-figure transactions are often based on a handshake and a promise. Even a relatively minor oversight, like a missing accessory, can quickly escalate into a legal and PR crisis if not handled with professionalism and urgency. This case is a clear example of how transactions that might seem straightforward on the surface can quickly escalate into serious reputational risks, especially in the high-stakes world of luxury and collector car sales. The legal challenges and disputes that Wayne became involved in had far-reaching consequences that extended well beyond the financial strain on his business. While the monetary impact was significant, affecting operations, partnerships, and future opportunities, the damage went deeper, striking at the heart of something even more vital: his reputation. For years, Wayne had built a name for himself based on trust, integrity, and professionalism within the classic car community and beyond. His reputation wasn't just a personal asset, but the foundation upon which much of his career and success had been built. As news of the legal issues spread, it threatened to destroy the public confidence and industry respect that had taken him decades to earn. In a field where reputation often carries as much weight as expertise, the stakes were incredibly high, and the fallout from the disputes risked undoing years of hard-earned credibility. For someone who is both a public figure and well-regarded in the collector car community, involvement in multiple lawsuits, even when there is no proven wrongdoing, can create doubt and mistrust among collectors, clients, and fans. Although Wayne acted in good faith, the controversy surrounding the ownership verification process sparked considerable discussion and concern among enthusiasts and collectors. This mistrust is enough to affect business, as buyers often prioritize dealers known for impeccable integrity. The dispute revealed underlying issues within Wayne's company, particularly in its customer service operations. Some dissatisfied buyers began sharing their concerns in online forums and review sites, pointing to communication problems and occasional small mistakes made by the staff. One anonymous former client writing on a prominent collector car forum described Motorsports as trustworthy but overwhelmed. While the errors were minor, they were symptomatic of a business struggling to keep pace with the demands of operating at the top tier of the automotive world. Importantly, this criticism wasn't an indictment of Wayne's character, but rather a reflection of the growing pains experienced by a company attempting to scale in a highly competitive market. The high-profile nature of the lawsuits, although receiving less media attention, compared to others, underscores how trust is especially fragile in a niche market like the classic car industry, where reputation is everything. For Wayne, maintaining his credibility meant not only addressing controversies and legal disputes directly, but also putting stronger safeguards in place to prevent similar issues in the future. Wayne's challenges forced him to critically evaluate and adjust how his companies conducted their business. This period served as a clear reminder that any mistake could quickly damage trust, the cornerstone of the collector car market. Although Wayne and Motorsports eventually resolved the disputes, the lingering doubts among some clients highlighted just how high the stakes are when trust underpins an entire industry. The controversies and lawsuits surrounding Wayne were a wake-up call for him and many others in the classic car community. While legal issues are not uncommon in this world, where ownership histories often span decades and involve multiple owners, the extensive attention given to Wayne's cases exposed vulnerabilities that even well-established, trusted names are not immune to. An automotive legal expert pointed out that disputes like these emphasize the critical importance of conducting thorough title searches, maintaining clear communication between buyers and sellers, and ensuring airtight documentation throughout vehicle transactions. Wayne's recent difficulties serve as a prime example of this.